And I'll show you from the starting to connect to the database. So how to connect to the database? So whereas in case of EBS we use Toad or SQL developer to connect to the database, but in Fusion applications we don't need any tools. Directly from Fusion we can connect to the database from the navigator, and then under the more schedule process. Basically we run programs from the schedule process, right? We run programs from the schedule process, and this is a security console. On top of schedule process, you will see reports and analyticals. You will see reports and analyticals. You should navigate to reports and analyticals from the navigator, and you should click on this bookmark icon. You should click on this bookmark icon so that it will navigate to the BI page. So that it will navigate to the BI page, Oracle BI catalog. Okay. So from here, by selecting the new button, here, look at here. You can develop a report, or you can develop some of the SQL scripts also by using the data models. SQL scripts also we can build. Okay, so report can be built from here. So this is the BI place, Oracle Business Intelligence place. So to come to this place, you should click on this bookmark icon. So browse catalog icon, so that you'll come to here. And basically you can create a folders here. If you're building some reports, you can build in my folder. And later after testing you can put into the shared folder, because whatever the reports or whatever the data is in the shared folder, it is accessible by every user. And whatever the reports or data in the my folder, it is accessible to only you. Suppose if you are building any reports, first we are going to create a folder under my folder, and we are going to build the reports here. And once the testing is completed, and you can move that report to the shared folder, so that anyone can pull the report from the shared folder. Anyone can have the access to the shared folder, they can pull the report. Okay. So once after testing is completed, we are going to move the report to the shared folder. Okay. So my folder, which is accessible to that respective user only. Okay. If I click on this book icon, I'll get to this BI page. And from the BI page, I'll just show you how to write sample queries to pull the data from the tables. Okay. So I'm just selecting new here, and then I'll click on data model. New, and then data model, and then we are just building a sample SQL query. So again, you should click on the new button here, and then click on SQL query, and just enter the name. RS some. Let me discuss about the tables also parallelly. Okay. So first we'll discuss about the tables of the procurement. So to verify the tables, we should come to the fusionappsoer.com. I hope I explained you about this. Did I explain about this fusionappsoer.com? This page, this link. Did I explain?
No, Krishna.
Okay. I'm not explain. Okay, sorry. Let me explain this. So fusionappsoer.com. Suppose if you get into this website, if you type this URL, initially this URL is not redirected, but as of now, nowadays it is redirected into Oracle site. This is a site. This is official site from the Oracle. Where you will find the documentation. I'm just texting you in the meeting, so that so please bookmark this URL. So this URL is very useful for us. So I just shared with everyone. Please bookmark this URL. Okay, and here you have to select the respective offering, either financials or procurement or PPM, supply chain management. I'm selecting procurement. Under procurement, you have to select the release. You have to select the release as well. Release 13, release 12, or release 11. Okay. So now we are under release 12. This application is for release 12. Okay. So you should click on the release 12, and so that you'll get documentation to the documentation to the release 12 for the procurement. Look at here, Oracle Procurement Cloud Release 12 documentation. So you will get the implementation guides here, and then user guides here. Okay, and also you'll see how the security can be built over the Oracle Procurement module. And then coming to related to the development part, what are the SOAP web services are used, and what are the file-based data models are available, file-based data imports are available, and what are the tables, what are the common tables, and what are the tables related to the procurement. These are the tables, common tables, these are the tables for procurement. So this URL is more useful because you'll get documentation here, and you'll also play some videos out of this URL. Look at here. These are the videos. How to place an order in the self-service procurement. How to place an order. Okay, and how to create a negotiation document. So look at here. How to create a two-stage RFQ. So you can also go through these videos, and basically, in case of Fusion implementation project, there is very less user training is required because Oracle has automatically given video recordings. So we can provide these video recordings directly to the users, so that users can directly play these recordings, and then they can understand how to perform their transactions. Okay. So suppose let's take there is a user from iProcurement department, so that you can give these videos to the iProcurement user, so that that user can watch these videos and can understand how to create a requisition from this from the application with the help of this video.
Place an order.
With the help of this video.
The shop page also displays status information about requisitions by vendor. I can also access quick links to entering requisition lines, shopping lists, smart forms.
And this is the quick link. This is the quick link which is used to create a requisition. In iProcurement page, this is the quick link which is used to create a requisition. And if you want to create a non-catalog requisition, you can use this non-catalog request. And these are the requisitions which are already created.
I don't know the model number of the laptop my manager wants me to purchase, but I do know that the laptop has a 14-inch monitor, so I'll just search on that. Now I'll review the search results. Here I can sort, compare, add items to my shopping list, or add to my requisition. I'll expand my search results by expanding the Browse Catalog search option. Here it is. I'll just add this to my requisition. Now I need to shop for a printer. There are many printers available. I'm going to compare 2 of them to decide which one I want. You can compare up to 3 items from the catalog. I want to add this color photo printer to my requisition. I need to add justification details to my requisition. I can alter the description of the requisition, change the quantity of items, or edit the line details, including delivery information, need-by dates, and billing details. For now, I'll just enter a justification. And now I'll submit the requisition for approval, and I'm done. For more information, consider these additional resources. Thank you.
So like this, Oracle has already captured some videos like how to cancel a requisition, and how to create a local catalog, and how to create an information templates, and how to create a two-stage RFQ, so that these videos can be played by them, and then they can understand how they perform their day-to-day business transactions.
Hello, my name is Tanya. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to create a two-stage RFQ. I'll start by navigating to the Create Negotiation pop-up. The application comes with a style called Two-Stage Negotiation, so I'll select it from the style list. I'll also make sure that the two-stage evaluation option is checked. Now I'm going to enter the name of my RFQ and an end date. The default values for all the other fields are fine, so I'll continue to the requirements page. I need to define the technical and commercial requirements on the requirements page. So first, I'll create a technical.
Sorry.
So I'll select it from the style list. I'll also make sure that the two-stage evaluation option is checked. Now I'm going to enter the name of my RFQ unit and date. The default values for all the other fields are fine, so I'll continue to the requirements page. I need to define the technical and commercial requirements on the requirements page. So first, I'll create a technical requirements section. After I enter the section name, I'll check and make sure that the section is marked as technical. Now I can enter the text for the technical requirement. I can use most of the default attributes, but for this requirement, I want to use the manual scoring method. When the screen is refreshed, I'll enter a value for the requirement weight. I'm finished with my first technical requirement, so I'll save the definition. Now I'll create my commercial section. The requirements in this section will be used to determine the supplier's business practices and financial strength. I'm going to enter the section name and make sure that it's designated as a commercial stage section. Now I need to add a requirement. This requirement will ask the supplier for an inventory turnover. After I add the requirement text, the scoring method, and the weight, I'll save my definition. So now I have a technical and commercial requirement section for my RFQ. Each section has a requirement.
So we discussed about two-stage RFQ. While discussing about the two-stage RFQ, so the first step is the technical reviewer and next step is the financial reviewers. Okay. In the first step, after the technical review completed, then the technical information and financial information is unlocked for the next stage, nothing but financial review stage. So this is the two-stage RFQ which is creating.
For more information, consider these additional resources. Thank you.
So this link is really useful. So I request you to please bookmark this link, and then so that we'll get a lot of documentation related to the Fusion Cloud. Okay, and so I'll go back to the tables where we are discussing. So under release 12, so I'll open tables and views. Suppose if I open tables and views which are common, so we'll get the F&D tables. Basically, we'll get the F&D tables because the F&D tables are common. So ATK application toolkit tables, and then later we'll find the so these are the F&D tables. These are the F&D tables, and these are actually the common tables for the cloud. Okay, but to see the tables which are related to the purchasing, so you should go to the tables and views for Procurement Cloud, and under this you can just see the tables related to purchasing. So click on tables, and then these are the tables, purchasing tables. The purchasing table starts with PO. The purchasing table starts with the PO underscore action history. PO underscore agents, PO agents access, PO approved supplier list, PO ASL attributes, and PO ASL statuses. The core purchasing table starts with the PO. The core purchasing table starts with the PO. And the purchase order tables are PO header sol and PO line sol. I'll show you in the bottom. Look at here. PO header sol is the table which will capture the header information, and the PO line sol is the table which will capture the line information. PO line sol and PO distribution sol and PO line location sol, and then PO versions. Okay, so all these are the PO tables, purchasing tables. And in the bottom you will see self-service procurement tables. In the bottom you will see self-service procurement tables. Nothing but I-procurement tables. I-procurement tables are starting with POR. Okay, so if your table's name starts with the POR, means it is related to the I-procurement. Okay, and suppose let's take an example of one table and we'll discuss. Okay, I'm just opening PO header sol table. And you'll get the documentation related to this table. Okay, what is the PO headers table? It will contain header information of your purchasing documents. Okay, look at here. PO header sol is the table which contains the header information of the purchase order, and it is showing it is under which schema, and what is the primary key for this table. What is the primary key and what is the unique key here? PO header ID is the unique key, nothing but the primary key. Okay, and what are the columns it is having, and each column data type, and each column length, and each column description. Okay, so related to PO header sol table, what are the columns are there? We can find out from here. Each column data type and the size of the column, and as well as you can see the description related to this table. All this is the description related to this table, and as well as in the top we are able to see the primary key column also, nothing but unique column for under this table. Okay, and this is the information description about this table. Okay, and I'm going back to the tables. And I-procurement tables, as I said, self-service procurement table starts with POR. Self-service procurement table starts with POR, and sourcing table starts with PON. Look at here. The sourcing table starts with PON. So, but every table starts with PO only, but the third digit is standing the module. The third digit is nothing but the module. Okay, POR is nothing but self-service procurement. PON is nothing but sourcing. And supplier portal and supplier table starts with POZ. Supplier table starts with the POZ. And suppliers, I'll explain you two important tables. POZ suppliers, which will capture the supplier header information, and POZ supplier sites, which will capture the POZ supplier sites, which will capture the site information. Of the suppliers. And these are the supplier portal tables. It will start with POS and SQM, supplier qualification management, which is a new model in Fusion. So these tables are starting with POQ. Okay, so we can pull the tables from here, and these tables we can use to get the data. So the data source you can select, because this purchase orders is not from HCM and CRM, it is from a supply chain management. So you can select application DB underscore supply chain management, Fusion supply chain management. Select this and then select star from and if you click on the data, and you can select how many rows you wanted to view. So click on the rows and then click on the view. Okay, so this is the data. This is the data, and it is from this view basically. But if you wanted to change the view, got it. So this is the data. PO header ID. PO header ID 2055 is the PO header ID, and even what is the document status, whether this is closed or open. What is the procurement business unit and what is the requisition business unit. What is the agent ID and segment number 1, and all this is the header information. Okay, and if you want to just view only 5 rows, and just click on rows 5 and then click on view. So that you will see only 5 rows data, only 5 rows data. Only 5 rows data you can only see, and if you want you can also export this data to a spreadsheet. And an XML file we generated. So basically this XML file, we can use the to interface for the integration with the other third-party systems. We can use this XML file. Okay, and also so we just written a simple query. So with that simple query also you can create a report. So by clicking on here you can just start creating the report. Okay. So I'll again explain you from the starting. And then let me just close this BI page and come back. So I'll just go to the home page.
Krishna, can you show us the report developing process? Is it, if possible, for you?
Yeah, give me some time. And again, I'm showing from the starting, from the navigator. From the navigator, you have to select the reports and analyticals. You have to select reports and analyticals. And so the report and analyticals you'll find on top of the security console or the schedule process. Click on more. From the more reports and analyticals, which you'll find on top of either security console or schedule process. And by selecting reports and analyticals, just click on this broad catalog so that you'll get to the BI page. And from the BI page, click on new and click on data model. Click on new and click on data model. And from the data model, so we'd like to write some simple SQL query. We'd like to write some simple SQL query. Click on new again and then click on SQL query and just enter select application as supply chain management and write the query. Select star from POZ underscore, what is the table name? Suppliers, is it? I had a doubt with S, just a supplier or suppliers. I'll just check that. Suppliers. POZ suppliers. So it's better to bookmark this this URL. So every time if you wanted the tables, you can just go to that place and then I just entered a small query and then click on OK. And so this is about the table information, but we don't need any diagrammatical information or structure. We need data. So click on the data. And so I would like to pull some 5 reports. So click on view. Rows is selected as 5 and click on view. I don't want tree view. I need a table view. So click on the table view so that you'll get the information. So that you'll get the information from here. Okay. So this is the supplier's data, vendor ID, and then other information. Any questions? So from here also we can just click on new and data model. This is also new and data model. Any questions?
Any new tables added?
Do we need any specific roles to have this, to have access to this, Krishna? Or is it accessible to everybody?
I never verified, but there is no specific role, but I would say it's comes with the employee, just an employee role. Just you have to check that, Nikhil. Not sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe I think that comes with the employee role. Maybe. Let me just clarify my doubt immediately. And, I'll just create a user and then let's see immediately. So. Nikhil, I'll tell you this tomorrow.
Yeah, sure, Krishna.
Any other questions, team? Team, any other questions for today?
Krishna, any new table?
So today we discussed about the procurement tables, and later we'll discuss about the tables for order management and inventory later, the later classes. Once we are done with that modules also, we'll discuss about it. Okay. And coming to the configurations, I think I'm left with only 2 or 3 configurations from the procurement. And if we can complete that 2-3 configurations so that we can start creating the requisitions and then purchase orders and receiving, so we can work on that cycle. Okay. So I'll just check with the issue that what I'm having with the catalog pages. So if I'm able to resolve tomorrow, I'll take the category session. So tomorrow I'll create a category catalog structure and I'll define categories. Okay. Tomorrow I'll take that session. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Krishna.